Lack of self-confidence could be the exact reason why you're not achieving your goals and dreams in life. Hi guys, my name's Heba and welcome back to my channel if you're not new, and if you are new, welcome, and I really hope you enjoy this video discussing unexpected ways of how to increase your self-confidence. Confidence is so important in everything we do, whether it's trusting yourself or in the work environment or in family situations, negative situations, positive situations where you're improving yourself in life. In every single facet of our lives, self-confidence is so important. So if you want to learn some unexpected ways in improving your self-confidence today, then keep watching. Grab yourself a cup of tea, get your notebook and pen so that you can really utilize this video and make the most of the points that I'm going to give you today. So point 1 out of 16 is simply kindness. Yes, kindness is an obvious trait that we should have. However, people assume that kindness is going to make people take advantage of you. But we need to live our lives by our values, and living our lives by our own morals and values is confident because it's us trusting ourselves that the way we treat others is the right way to treat people. So that is self-confidence in itself. And you can team up kindness with boundary setting. So you can have boundaries and still be kind. You can make friends with someone and decide you don't want to get super close to them for whatever reason it is to protect yourself. But you can still be nice to them and you can still communicate to them whatever your boundaries are. So let's say you make a new friend and they're like, oh, let's go party. All you need to do is say, oh, that's so sweet of you to invite me. Thank you so much. But actually right now I'm focusing on not partying too much. I'm directing my attention more towards just work and health and sleep. Simple things like that where you can be kind and gentle with people, but also firm in what your boundaries are and firm in what you want for yourself in your life. So that is a great starting point to build your confidence because you start trusting yourself, but you know that you're also a kind person in this world. And fine, maybe you don't want to be kind, but I believe that from a selfish perspective, kindness bounces back to you and that energy instills in your aura and attracts more good things into your life. Number 2. Smiling. Now I'm in a new country, I'm kind of working in an events environment at the moment, and I noticed that people have this like grumpy face. They kind of strut towards me like when we're at an event and I'm like, hi, how are you? And they strut and they have this like angry face and they're like, I'm so cool, you know, and they assume that it exudes this sort of fierceness or whatever they assume that it makes them look. But for me, it just looks sour and it looks a little bit mean, and I don't see that as confidence because I actually think when you're a happy, content person and a confident person, you don't feel the need to put on this big facade. You can just be yourself, walk in being yourself, and you can still be fierce. You can still have the hair done, the makeup done, the outfit. You can still exude like strength and confidence through the way you walk, the way you present yourself, without looking grumpy and thinking that you're better than people, because that doesn't reflect confidence. That reflects insecurity, because the fact that you need to have like a angry grumpy face whilst you walk when you're walking past people, it just means that you want to feel like you're better than people, and when you want to feel like you're better than people, you're not confident in yourself because you're comparing and you're trying to one up people. Okay, so next up is standing up for yourself. So this is a really good skill that you learn with time on the best way to go about standing up for yourself, because some people will think shouting is the best way to stand up for yourself, but there's a way to be firm and nipping things in the bud before it gets to the point where you feel like you need to shout. So for example, if you see someone's nitpicking at you and you notice it's grating at you, you have to take that person aside and say to them, look, I don't like the way you're talking to me, I don't think that's fair, I don't deserve that, and if we're going to continue this relationship, you can't talk to me like that anymore. And that is going back to the boundary setting. If there's a situation where you actually don't need to see that person again, then maybe you might decide that you just stop seeing them. If it's possible to stop seeing that person, you don't necessarily need closure or need to go out of your way to stand up for yourself. You can just delete them from your life. If they ask you to hang out, just say you're busy, you can be polite, and then hopefully they'll get the idea eventually that you're not going to go out with them anymore, and you can move on from that. So I think we're on number 4 now. Nurturing to animals and children. So I'm going to be completely honest, sometimes I find children a little bit annoying. I feel like sometimes when they're just like, hi, 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 and they always want my attention and things like that. But we still should be nice and nurturing to animals and children. I mean, what's more attractive, you know, when you're attracted to someone, like, for example, I'm attracted to men. If I see a guy being so cute with animals and children, it makes him so much more attractive. And I feel like that just adds to confidence, because not only does it make you look more attractive, it makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside when you encapsulate that feeling of love. And I do feel like animals and children can bring that out of you if you see animals and children in a loving way. So number 5 is not complaining. I know that we all want to complain sometimes, whatever the reason is, whether something tough happens in life, or if it's the weather's annoying you, or whatever it is. You need to firstly practice gratitude. Think of 3 things that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for a roof over my head, I'm grateful for health, I'm grateful for food. And then when you start feeling the need to complain, just keep catching yourself. You can vent things out to yourself, you can write things down, you can have a breather and take a moment just to chill out. But that habit, it's a habit, complaining. You need to get rid of that habit, because that's not attractive. Who's more attractive? Someone who seems a bit more cool, calm, collected, or someone who's whinging and complaining all the time? Who drags your energy down more? It doesn't feel like a confident person when they're just like, oh, today is such a bad day, whatever. Like someone who's just like, hi, how are you? And just kind of a bit more neutral and is able to manage their emotions and their words is so attractive. Number 6 would be learning to regulate your emotions. So ways to learn to regulate your emotions could be through meditation. So when you meditate daily, you learn to calm your brain down generally. So when you are in a certain situation where you feel emotional, you've kind of got in the habit and the routine of learning how to mute and regulate your emotions. You can release emotions in certain situations, whether it's with your therapist or when you're on your own and you want to release, or if you want to go and exercise. But regulating your emotions and not being so high and low and unexpected is actually so attractive, and it prevents you from being a toxic person because people around you feel safe and secure. Guys, I've lost track of the numbers, but I think we're on number 7. So number 7 is keeping some things to yourself. Sometimes I overshare. We've all been victims of oversharing. I'm quite a talkative, bubbly person, especially if I'm in a more relaxed environment. If I've had like a drink and I'm just like feeling overly chatty, I will overshare. But what I'm personally practicing in my life is to not overshare too much. There is something so cool about just keeping certain things to yourself, and it makes you a little bit mysterious. You should still be true to yourself. You should still be talkative and bubbly, but be selective of what you release and what information you give people, because not everyone has earned the right to know that about you. Number 8, work on your hobbies and skills. There is nothing more attractive than a person who has all these different cool random skills. When you're on a date and you say to someone, oh, I just did circus practice. How cool and unique is that? This is how we mold ourselves into these unique individuals on this earth. What is it that you like as a hobby or a skill that makes you you and you unique and individual? And not only does that make you attractive to other people, but it makes you attractive to yourself, because you're like, I can do circus skills and I can draw and I'm learning singing, and then I go to work and I do my work, and then I'm like relaxing and winding down, and then I have this well-rounded life, and that makes you a more confident person. So number 8, helping others. Selfishly, helping others makes us more confident in ourselves. It gives you that sense of achievement and it makes you feel happy about yourself. So when you do little good deeds of helping others, from a selfish standpoint, it just makes you feel better about yourself, and then that heightens your vibration, which in turn makes you more confident. So I do charity work. I basically go to an animal rescue and I help like dig cow poop in this animal rescue, and I remember leaving feeling so uplifted, and although I'm helping the animals, I was helping myself more because I felt this great sense of achievement, especially also when I would do homeless charity, volunteer work. And selfishly, if I was going through a breakup, I go straight to doing volunteer work because I found that helping people helped heal me. So number 9, taking pride in your aesthetic. You might be in a place where you're feeling a bit down, a bit depressed, and you've kind of not kept up to date with your fitness, your hair, your nails, or whatever it is. What is one thing you can do today if you're feeling overwhelmed about that sector of your life? What is one thing you can do today that improves your aesthetic, which in turn will immediately improve your confidence? So is it your nails? Have you got like dirty, messy nails? Can you just make your nails pretty? You don't have to go to a salon. You can do them yourself, And that is just a little thing that will increase your confidence. Ultimately, I think we should get to the point where we want to improve everything. Our mind, our body, our soul, our hair, our nails, because bringing forward the best version of ourselves not only increases our confidence, but it exudes confidence to others. People notice that kind of thing. People are like, oh my gosh, she really cares about herself. It's like if you have a really nice car, but that car's always dirty. Let's say you have a Lamborghini, but it's always muddy. And then you have a shiny Lamborghini. It could be older than this muddy one. The muddy one could be fresh from the shop a week ago and you just kind of drove through mud. And then you could have this old model of Lamborghini, but it's brand spanking, well looked after, clean. It just shows that you care about yourself enough to put forward the best version of you and to maintain yourself. I have lost count, but I think we're on number 10. So number 10 is stand for something. What do you believe in? Don't be a quiet mouse. What do you believe in? We have one life on this earth. Do you believe in animal rights? Do you believe in certain political things? What is it that you believe in your soul that you don't tell other people because you're so scared of people being mean to you, putting you down? We have one life. What do you want to teach your children in the future? Do you want to teach them that you're a scared little mouse hiding away? Or do you want to teach them that you stand up for what you believe in and you have strong values and morals and you take action in accordance to that? So if you feel really bad about animals being mistreated, then why aren't you speaking up on it? Why are you hiding from this? This is something that not only makes you trust yourself when you do stand up for what you believe in, but it gives you that confidence in yourself, knowing that what you believe in is right and not wrong. Because some people are like scared to say what they believe in because they're worried people are going to tell them they're wrong. But if you're confident enough in yourself and you believe enough in yourself to talk about this important thing, then that is beautiful and that is so strong and so attractive. So number 11 is self-restraint. Maybe when you see everyone drinking lots, can you spend that one evening not drinking? Can you have one glass of wine instead of everyone else wanting to kind of share a few bottles? Can you go home earlier? Can you go to the gym a little bit more? What is that bit of self-restraint you can put in your life that makes you up level? And obviously that is super hot and attractive when you have self-discipline and self-restraint, because that's a difficult thing to achieve often. So when you achieve difficult things, that makes you stand out as a high quality person who's trying to improve themselves. Number 12 is open-mindedness. You don't always have to be around people and have conversations about everything that you believe in. You have to be open-minded to other perspectives, because when you're so closed off, how are you supposed to grow and learn in life? Even with books, you could read a book about something you totally disagree with, but you're still educating yourself. We need to be educating ourselves every single step of the way, every day, week, year, month, for the rest of our lives. We should be wanting to up level, and up leveling, a part of that is open-mindedness. Number 13 is stick to your standards. Do you have a standard of what you believe in? Do you believe in when a guy asks you out on a date, they should be asking you out to dinner and not to some sort of like just late night thing, Netflix and chill or whatever it is? Stick to that standard, because then you'll filter out the people that are wrong for you and you'll attract the people that are right for you. And when you stick to your standards, you trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, your confidence increases. I know women that don't attract certain people that they want to attract. So for example, a lot of the men that I date, they hold the door for me, they take me out for dinner, they do certain gentlemanly things that I want. But there's some women that say that men don't do that for them, but that might be because their standards aren't that. So I feel like when I've known what my standards are and I know that I like men to do the kind of more traditional gentlemanly stuff, I seem to attract that type of man. So number 14, don't change based on other people telling you to change. We always change, learn, grow and adapt, kind of like when you're a caterpillar and then you go into a butterfly. But do it for you. Educate yourself, learn new things, learn different perspectives, go to therapy. Be around healthy people that aren't trying to influence you or change you in a negative way. Once you are strong in believing that you're a good person and you live to your personal values, then don't change for other people. Number 15 is sticking to promises with yourself. When you don't stick to your own promises, when you say, I'm gonna make sure I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning and go to the gym before work, and then you don't stick to that, you feel down in the dumps. You don't feel happy about yourself, and that reduces your confidence. So you really need to stick to your own promises, but your promises have to be realistic. So instead of saying wake up at 6 in the morning every single day, you can say tomorrow I'm going to wake up at 6 in the morning. I've booked an exercise class and this is what I'm doing tomorrow. Or you can say, for the next week, I'm going to meal prep. So tomorrow or tonight, I'm going to meal prep, put it in my fridge or freezer, and just test it out. Don't put such unachievable goals where you can't keep your own promises, because that will certainly reduce your confidence. So be realistic with the goals you have for yourself. That's why so many people fail when they have their New Year's resolutions, because New Year's resolutions often don't get met majority of the time. So we have to be realistic with the goals we set for ourselves, and we have to stick to our promises to ourselves. Number 16 is giving people eye contact when they talk to you, not constantly checking your phone, not constantly looking around, really learning from other people and hearing what they have to say in the moment, because that makes people feel seen and heard, and it makes you more attractive to them. There's that quote where it's like, people don't remember what you did, but they remember how you made them feel, or something like that. You make someone feel special when you give them your attention. I know when people are looking at their phone or distracted when I'm talking to them, they don't make me feel special. They don't stand out to me. But the people that stand out in life are the people who go that extra mile with little details. Whether it's paying attention to someone when they're talking, or it's asking questions, or you're learning from them, even if you don't always agree with them. Like I said, you can go back to vetting who you let in and out of your life, but in that moment, you can learn from that person. Okay guys, I lost track of the numbers because 16 is a lot of numbers, but I hope this video helped you in learning a lot about confidence in slightly different ways. And also, this is what makes leaders. Maybe you don't want to be a leader. Well, for me, I do like leading in certain things. When I'm in certain work environments, I want to be the manager. I want to take control of certain situations in a healthy way. And what makes leaders and what makes people follow you, if you want to be an influencer, if you want to be on social media or whatever it is confidence. So I hope these tips help you get towards that goal of it leveling up in your confidence. And I feel like if you implement some of these, then today you can be more confident. And I've used the word confident like 50 times in this video, but anyway, that's that. Really hope you like this video, and I can't wait to see you at the next one. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. Sending you love, light, and good vibes.